These four humans just made history. For the first time ever, they ventured into Earth's polar orbit, an unprecedented journey that will reshape the future of space exploration forever. SpaceX has just obliterated another cosmic barrier by catapulting humans over Earth's poles for the first time in history. The Revolutionary Fram2 mission, which blasted off on March 31st, 2025, isn't merely crossing new orbital territory. It's completely rewriting the rulebook of space exploration. This audacious privately funded venture, spearheaded by Chinese crypto magnate Chun Wang, is carving an unprecedented path from pole to pole, treating its diverse international crew to breathtaking, never-before-seen views of our planet's most extreme regions. With a staggering 22 cutting-edge experiments crammed into a 3 to 5 day journey, Fram2 represents the explosive convergence of private enterprise, scientific innovation, and raw human adventure. The game-changing implications stretch far beyond a single mission, potentially transforming forever our approach to future Mars journeys and deeper space exploration. Buckle up. We're breaking down this historic polar orbit and why it marks a pivotal, earth-shattering moment in humanity's cosmic journey. The Polar Pioneers. Inside Fram2's groundbreaking mission, the seeds of the Fram2 mission were planted in the ambitious vision of Chinese-born cryptocurrency magnate Chun Wang, who sought to push the boundaries of private space exploration beyond a now familiar low Earth orbit. Named after the legendary Norwegian vessel that explored Earth's polar regions in the late 19th century, Fram2 carries forward that pioneering spirit into the space age. The mission's international crew reflects its boundary-crossing nature. Norwegian cinematographer Jannik Mikkelsen brings her expertise in capturing extreme environments, while German robotics researcher Rabia Rog will oversee several of the mission's automation experiments. Rounding out the team is Australian polar adventurer Eric Phillips, whose experience in Earth's harshest environments provides valuable perspective on the mission's unprecedented trajectory. Fram2's Crew Dragon spacecraft Resilience thundered into the night sky atop a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket at 9:47 p.m. Eastern Time from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The launch from Launch Complex 39A, the 200th orbital mission from this historic pad, represents a symbolic torch passing from government to private space exploration. Unlike previous human spaceflights, which typically orbit Earth along equatorial or inclined paths, Fram2 is charting a course directly over the North and South poles. This polar trajectory isn't just a technical achievement. It's a fundamental reimagining of how humans experience Earth from space. The crew will witness day and night cycles at an accelerated pace and observe our planet's most remote regions from perspective previously available only through robotic satellites. The mission has already captured the imagination of millions worldwide, with social media engagement surpassing even SpaceX's recent lunar flybys. Orbital Laboratory, the revolutionary science of Fram2. While the polar orbit itself makes headlines, Fram2's scientific agenda represents equally important innovation. The mission's 22 experiments span multiple disciplines and could fundamentally advance our understanding of both space travel and Earth systems. Human physiological research forms a cornerstone of the mission's scientific portfolio. The crew will conduct pioneering studies on how the human body regulates blood flow during exercise and microgravity, critical knowledge for future long-duration spaceflights. Additionally, they'll monitor how rapid day-night cycles experienced in polar orbit affect circadian rhythms and sleep quality, potentially yielding insights relevant not just for astronauts, but for shift workers on Earth. Bioscience experiments aboard Fram2 include the first attempt to cultivate specialized mushroom varieties in microgravity, which could prove valuable for both nutrition and pharmaceutical development on future space missions. The unique radiation environment of polar orbits might produce unexpected effects on organic growth patterns, noted German crew member Rabia Rog during pre-flight interviews. Perhaps most exciting are the mission's Earth observation objectives. The crew will capture unprecedented imagery of the Aurora Borealis and Aurora Australis from above, potentially revealing new patterns in these atmospheric phenomena. Their instruments will also gather data on polar ice conditions, atmospheric composition, and electromagnetic field variations specific to the planet's extremities. The mission's commercial component includes testing of new communications technologies designed to function at high latitudes, addressing a long-standing challenge for global satellite networks. Several experiments also involve materials testing in a unique radiation environment found near Earth's poles, which could yield insights for spacecraft shielding on future deep space missions. Global Reverberations: How Fram2 is Reshaping Space Exploration. The implications of Fram2's polar journey extend far beyond its scientific payload. This mission represents a significant evolution in how private enterprise, international cooperation, and space agencies interact in the rapidly changing landscape of space exploration. SpaceX's decision to support this privately funded venture demonstrates the maturation of commercial spaceflight capabilities. This flight marks SpaceX's 6th private astronaut mission and their 16th crewed mission using the Crew Dragon spacecraft, Reuters reported, highlighting how routine human spaceflight has become for Elon Musk's company. The mission further cements SpaceX's position as the dominant player in human spaceflight, having now surpassed both NASA and Russia's Roscosmos in annual crew launches. Internationally, Fram2 has sparked varied reactions. European space officials have praised the inclusion of German and Norwegian crew members, while China's space agency has maintained diplomatic silence regarding Wang's involvement. The mission's uniqueness lies in its non-governmental backing and the orbiter's pioneering pole-to-pole trajectory, creating a new model for how private citizens can influence the direction of space exploration. NASA's support for the mission, including use of its launch facilities and communication networks, demonstrates the agency's evolving role as an enabler rather than monopolistic controller of human spaceflight. Several NASA scientists will analyze data from Fram2 experiments, particularly those relevant to future lunar and Mars missions. Traditional aerospace companies have taken notice as well. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Airbus have all announced initiatives exploring the commercial potential of polar orbits following Fram2's announcement. The mission has effectively opened a new market segment in the increasingly diverse space economy. The new frontier: what Fram2 means for humanity's cosmic future. As Fram2 continues its historic journey around Earth's extremities, the mission already points towards significant implications for the future of human spaceflight. The polar orbit trajectory provides valuable experience for future Mars missions, which will require precise navigation and understanding of varied radiation environments. Perhaps most significantly, Fram2 represents the democratization of space mission objectives. Rather than government agencies dictating exploration priorities, this mission demonstrates how private funding can open new frontiers based on different values and interests. This model could accelerate diversity in space mission design, potentially leading to discoveries and applications that traditional space programs might overlook. For aspiring astronauts, Fram2 creates new pathways to space. The mission's crew, a filmmaker, a robotics researcher, and an adventurer, represents a departure from the traditional military test pilot or scientific specialist model. Their background suggests that space is increasingly open to those with diverse skills and perspectives. What's your take on private missions like Fram2 pioneering new orbital paths? Do you believe such endeavors pave the way for future deep space exploration, or should we focus our resources elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Space Grid for the latest updates on humanity's greatest adventures beyond Earth. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.